Hello. Or rather, hello and welcome back to Stellaris. Well, last episode, we fought for justice against the Otheli robotic supremacy and their damned criminal enterprises. We obliterated their military, crushed their economy, and took great swaths of their territory for our alliance. No longer will we be bullied by our enemies. And the first stage of this requires finally linking our disparate alliance members against the symbiote host by defeating the Shapa Alliance or subjugating them to our cause. Alternatively, we could deal with the Panaxala hegemony. I have not yet decided. However, we also have access to several. Well, if it's the trade station, which increases trade value and district costs, then why are you... Yeah, no, alloys. No. We don't need these to be alloy plants. If this is to be a trade center, then let it be a trade center. Just doing some restructuring. Actually, at a point where we're losing minerals. Which is not a thing I thought we would have happen. Oh, another lag
The war
spike.
has erupted.
I think I'm gonna reduce the speed. Uh-oh. The 001 incorporators have spawned in the Union of Damon. Driven assimilators. Curious to see how that pans out. Meanwhile, where are my fleets? I must figure out where my fleets are at. Okay, they're actually at home base, so they actually should be ready to deal with the
Construction
threats
completed.
that I need them to deal with. Yeah, they're there, and then the Harbingers have no orders.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
But the Otheli are no longer a threat. I'd say the threat is the Panaxala hegemony. And the Kamanthi lethal instrument realms. They're the only other potential threat. So their home base will be Abalon Station. Well, it looks like the assimilators got wiped out. Then again, we also do not have sensor data.
Research concluded.
Over them. Which we're working on fixing, of course. Our Stratcom is done. What other glorious megastructure should we construct? None, since we're currently losing. A significant amount of energy credits. Which I'm trying to remedy. Oh, another lag spike. It's because I'm currently compressing some videos while I'm playing this. But this is the only game that won't be horrific. Well, at this point, as much as I would like to have the vast territory that the League of Ra and all of them other have, I feel like at this point, with my borders being what they are, it's actually in my best interests to no longer attempt to expand my borders. I mean, because we're already... like, the Ra... yeah, literally, the Ra and the symbiote host are the only people that rate as superior. And that's just because of tech. And again, I have the defensive structures that they don't. So, with it being said, we're going to shift our policy to liberation wars. And we're going to shift our policy from consumer benefits to wealth creation. And then I'm going to stop selling these. Let's see what that does. Holy shit. That tanked our economy in ways that I was not expecting. Well, the Jacqueline clans made a protectorate out of the Shapa Alliance. And the Shapa Alliance made peace with the host. So that actually gets rid of that particular problem as well. And just when I was planning to get rid of it myself, the AI goes and does it for me. Well, I guess that makes the next war fairly obvious. There we go. Still doing some rebalancing of the economy. Yeah, I already built that thing, so. There we go. Oh, there's not enough amenities. Well, because the thing that made amenities didn't have enough people. I'll replace the moats.
Research concluded.
With a, See, what annoys me is that that's a unique item. And I can't fix it. I'm assuming it was a commercial zone that I got upgraded. So that should fix some issues. And since we're currently ready, with a differing ethics. Which let's go to war with the Juvan, baby.
This is a declaration of war.
This is going to be
Red alert.
very,
Spaceport under fire.
very simple war. Yeah, they tried going through the Dathana. They immediately tried to go through the Dathana, and they were destroyed. And I should get my transport ships ready to Gerard. They're only one jump away.
Engaging hostile station.
I don't care. And the Harbingers have engaged. Look at that. Just look at that. Be great if it wasn't for the lag, which is why I'm trying to take out these other empires. Like, I know the lag isn't just the stuff being edited in the background. Now it's just the game itself. That's why I'm really hoping for the endgame crisis. Because it'll help thin out some of this jargon.
Engaging hostile forces.
Less stuff for the game to calculate. Come on, let's wipe up this Juvan fleet. It should be a trivial matter. Good. Amateur station is ours. They tried, my liege, but they failed. Calling in the claws to take Wildgun. While the Harbingers head for Vislock and Lombardus. All three capitals are right next to each other, my liege. It will be a simple task. Or rather, Madam President. It will be a simple task to acquire them. All forces are mobilizing. We have arrived in Tagaloton. A significant 26.1k fleet has arrived to challenge the Harbingers. The third Corolla, led by Radelim Den Vakor, but he has not met the might of Unit T4. Although those were some significant losses. Interesting. What did they do? Neutron, gamma laser, devastator, torpedo. Of course, we had the same thing. But they're using Tachyon Lance, and we're using kinetic artillery. Huh. But the Onslaught should be using Tachyon Lance. These must be outdated vessels. Yeah, I want 6 Onslaughts. That might be why. Yeah, just for kids, carriers. Still, they will not stop us. And the Ken Joden have broken the research agreements. They probably changed how their Federation rules function. And the Vimatosha have been finally integrated successfully into the Aran Alliance space. Well, I can sell like 3. I guess I could sell 30 alloys. That'll keep our economy afloat while the vessels are away. Sir, multiple enemy fleets have been engaged by the Harbingers of the Raven. The burgeoning Kotota led by
Knowledge
Gagubi.
is the key to the universe.
But they will fall, my liege.
Research concluded.
My liege, the enemy has been dealt with. We have minimal losses. The Harbingers lost 2 destroyers and 2 cruisers. However, our enemy lost 11 destroyers, 23 corvettes, 7 cruisers, 2 battleships, 1 destroyer from the primary fleet. Not to mention several other military vessels. Stragglers, my liege, stragglers. The Conjodan. Are hostile. Because we are allied to their rivals, the League of Ra. Who are their rivals, who are our head faction member, which pushes us in a position where we're going to be fighting the Conjodan very, very soon. Which is going to force me to shift. But Asir and Manward are still there, and Ramon is going to be a tough nut to crack. It actually reminds me that I need to build up these locations to ensure that they are not going to be breached. There we go. Damn, still burning a crapload. I need to shift our policy back ASAP. When can I change trade policy? 9 years. Oh, it's probably because recycling campaigns went out. You know, I should fix that. Yeah, once it ticks over. Yeah, and then I don't need to buy that many of them. I only have to buy 180, and I don't need to buy that many minerals.
Research concluded.
Just that many, which will fix our economy quite nicely. It's still on life support, but it's not broken. And the 001 have been defeated. And at this point, does that army have a general? They do. Land all the armies. I wish to see them burn.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Ugh. Droid defense forces. The enemy will fail. They have no general. They have 3 disengaged forces. And our armies are more than sufficient. Although, they did take a significant toll upon our forces. That one man. Brutal. That one squad.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
The battle for Khotan was a brutal one that had significant casualties. However, more sensor nodes. I want to know everything. I want to monitor everything. But they have forced our hand. Our armies are not sufficient. Actually, they are sufficient. I just need to train up more on Aerosol Prime.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Psionic armies. Really?
War report. Enemy planet secured.
There we go. There we go. The backbone of new military endeavors. Now, our greatest battle yet. Must go to Vega. And our forces at Walgon must go to Vega as well. And actually, send you to Vega, keep you in Vislock. Keep the Harbingers in Vislock. Send the Claws down to Vega. I don't trust. I do not trust the Harbingers to win this fight. They're already bloodied. The Claws, however. The Claws can mete out a victory.
Research
Longtan has
concluded.
arrived in the Vegas system. And now they're separating out their fleet. So, the enemy is attempting to intercept before we can enter the system. Well then, Haskamik has made his last mistake. All forces, fire upon those vessels. Minimal casualties, sir. The raiding fleet did not even manage to arrive before we blew them out of the water. We're mobilizing on Arsa now. The Kamathi lethal instrument realms will no longer have their freedom. Or rather, they will be granted their freedom through force. No longer will their people be shackled and subjugated by a cruel authoritarian rulership. And the forces at Vislog will move toward Lombardus and do the same to the Panaxala hegemony.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Arza is ours. We now simply wait. Actually, that was only one, so do that. All forces have arriven at Lombardus and have begun to engage the enemy fleets. They have a significant garrison. They will give us no choice.
Our forces are making planetfall. War report. Enemy planet secured.
New lights would be bombarded. The garrison is simply too strong. The Otheli have a corporate place, though.
Our station is under assault.
I wonder how heavily defended. That's significant. They've definitely dug in. They've kept their capital world safe, I will say that. And that is going to force me to bombard the ever-living crap out of them. Our in-orbit transports are not sufficient.
A war has erupted.
Wait, The Chithan hegemony. What the fuck? Oh.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
That's interesting.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
I guess I'll try and breach the shroud. Increase evasion. Oh, curse bestowed, which reduces sensor range. Oh well. Well, it's 548, which is no small army. But that garrison is still really tough. Oh shit. Well, if they have a ribbon, then I'll fucking land it. Hopefully the AI will begin to help. If we're landing, then hopefully the AI will be smart enough. They did. Cool. The psionic armies will crush them. And it's still our general in the lead. Oh god, that's a lot of slaves. Who the fuck? Who brought in slaves? That's Arathians. Because they're still slaving despots. They're just our slaving despots. Don't worry, the psychic warriors will make sure you don't have to ever worry about that. But seriously, they took over the fucking imperialists. Well, they're not imperialists, they're just isolationists. But the Tarathians are still hegemonic imperialists. Well, there's syncretic evolution, so I guess they can't ever. So. And technically they are egalitarian now. They're fanatically egalitarian. So I guess the only people that they enslave now are the, well, but technically they're also xenophobes. I don't know. I don't know how the game does that. Hopefully it's just their old armies. They can't produce any more of those. Well, this is going to be trivial. Now that our fleets have linked up, this is easy. Absolutely trivial. Which, to be fair, I knew it was going to be. Man. They're gonna be There's going to be a lot of people here that get suddenly thrown into our alliance. And it's 8 years, and then the endgame crisis can begin to spawn. And actually, I think...
Research concluded.
Hold on. I think that I can change my... Nope, not yet. A lot more time for that, but... Just buy 200, just buy 190. Oh shit. They have a fleet in orbit who just shot down a lot of troops. Move the Harbingers back. And land the armies.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
And build me an interstellar assembly. Legalized privateering. Oh, that I agree with. And we get our sentry arrays. Again, I want to know where these guys are. Since they're about to take back Clautan. Much to my dismay.
Report. Hostile forces making planetfall.
Yep, they managed to land just before we sent. Which is fine, we can deal with that. But we have all 3 of their capital worlds captured. Nah, I can achieve the war goals. That's not hard. Still, if we do a status quo, that alone will significantly change pace. Yeah, let's just do status quo. Border gore. Absolute border gore. Oh, and we never did take over Grossammer. I don't think we subjugated them either. I think the Tarathians just took a bunch of shit. Still, it removes the threat to us and shifts it to our allies, and it almost allows a connection to Federation space. However, I will leave that particular war for our allies.
Construction completed. Research concluded.
Interesting.
Research concluded.
And now we simply wait for the endgame crisis to arrive and wreak havoc across the galaxy. Because seriously, there's nothing else for me to do. Like, our Federation controls most of the galaxy. We're waiting for peace to end on the Otheli and the Union and the Juvan so we can fight them. Then it's just the Kenjodan. I mean, this Federation is broken as hell.
Knowledge is the
Like,
key
there's no
to the
war we're not
universe.
going to win. And, like, and even if things get rough, we can always, you know, call in our fallen Empire buddies to help us. Because we found the head of their god. And they're like, oh, you're chosen and stuff. And I'm like, nah, not really. But thanks for the assist. And we haven't had to ever call them in yet. But with the end of that war, no. You've just made an enemy. Send in the Juggernaut.
War has been declared.
I was going to end the episode. Wait. Was that the Fallen Empire? Oh no. This is a problem. The conservers. The conservers are weaker than us. The symbiote are stronger than us. I I've created fucking Haloverse on accident. Like humanity and their awesome alliance pre-Forerunner. And then, you know, the Forerunners getting their ass kicked by the Flood. And, that's bad. That's real bad.
We are being hailed.
I am sincerely hoping that they awaken and destroy the host. I am really hoping that happens because we have to join the people that are the Phoenician Watchers or whoever. We gotta join them if that happens. But, as I said, I was going to end the episode, but these guys stole from us, which makes them an enemy of mine. Is there not a way to kill them? Maybe I have to do it with an actual fleet.
Research concluded.
And not that. Yes. So I do have to do it with an actual fleet. Well, if I have to wait, then I might as well just move them back.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
But needless to say, I'm not tolerating this theft. It may not have been much, but I do not tolerate it. The only people that don't want legalized privateers is the robo-steel absorbers because they're over here stuck and are enemies. Well, Blackstar and Drackling clans are, well, yeah, but they're abstaining. They're not against it. They just don't feel strongly. And the spiritual seeker separatists trapped in the middle of nonsense. But I want to protect them against the robo-steel absorbers. There you go, you damn thieves.
War has been declared.
What? Oh. Machine uprising. The Zenak subsumers. Yeah, no more fucking caravanners. fucking gone. But I believe the League of Rock can handle this threat. Oh yes, they can, quite handedly as well. The Pandoras are, after all, the masters of robotics. They have planned for this for a while.
Knowledge.
Although it is disconcerting that the purveyor of military-grade robots have had their own robots rebel against them. I suppose I'll wait until, these guys are dealt with. Well, actually, it looks like that will take more than what I thought. So in that case, I will see you guys in the next episode, where more of this, and where 5 years should pop, beginning the countdown to the end game crisis. Which hopefully will spawn somewhere here or somewhere here. Or somewhere here. That'd be hilarious. The contingency shows up here, that'd be great. But show up in... No. Scratch that. Have it show up in the symbiote host lands, because they're already a terrifying threat to behold. Have it be the Scourge and have them show up here. But the Scourge always shows up on the outsides of the galaxy, though. So maybe here. Yeah, but that meant that they couldn't do anything, because they get stopped by the Forerunners. Have them spawn here, or here, or here. That'd be good. That'd be real good. I wonder if they can spawn in the L cluster. Now that would be a threat. That'd be fucking terrifying. If Endgame Crisis have access to the L cluster. But I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.